93.3 KZOZ FM San Luis Obispo. The home of Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
They have no chemistry at all.
Dumbass of the Day brought to you by Peterson Jukart in Atascadero on Augusta Road. They've got everything you need to get your yard in shape if you haven't been there yet. Or if you've been there, make sure you go back because they've got all kinds of deals happening right now. Walk-on bark, gravel, topsoil, and so much more. Go to Peterson, the letter U, cart.com online, or go see him on Augusta Road in A-Town.
Hey, let's do Dumbass of the Day.
Whack, 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 whack.
When I came up, dude, football was it was gladiated. It was angry. It was angry. It was just like when we hit somebody, when I played, if you hit somebody and he didn't get up, like we didn't hold hands with the other team and pray, like hold hands and everyone prays for him to get up. We used to do a Indian, like sell a hump dance circle around like this. And our crowd's like, he's paralyzed. That's right. We be looking for his mother crying, be like, that's right, lady. That's what you get for letting him out here with killers. He can't even wiggle his toes. Take his socks. Take his socks. We would tie his socks around our helmet for the next week. Like the next team, they knew, oh, that's the team that be tying paralyzed socks around their helmets to scare them next week. And it ain't like we were thinking about harming somebody. It's just that's what we did.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
I don't know if you're in a position to be criticizing and splitting hairs when your legacy in the National Football League is that of winning, 7 championships? Is that how many Tom Brady has won? 6, 7.
I think 7, yeah.
But then it's also because you let a little bit of air out of a football to get a competitive edge. Don't forget about Deflategate.
Oh, he wants to put that behind him.
Yes. Maybe this is a deflection of that. Tom Brady is upset, and he took to...
Oh, you know what? I guess he's only earned 5. According to
6.
Business Insider, it says he's been to 10 Super Bowls and earned 5 MVP awards. Oh, that's 5 MVP awards. But it never says how many he's won.
I think he's won 7. He took to Twitter after the NFL owners approved a proposal to
7, yeah,
widen the uniform numbers available to multiple positions. Now, you are familiar with football, like tight ends and wide receivers usually have numbers like in the
80s.
Now, it's a free-for-all for the numbers for a player. Running backs, wide receivers, tight ends can wear anything from 1 to 49 and numbers 80 to 89, according to the new rules.
I don't like it. I mean, we kind of, and the only reason I don't like it is because when you see an 80 out there, you know that's a receiver. And all of a sudden, a receiver's going to have, 13 or 14? It's just weird.
DBs can go with numbers 1 through 49 as well. So you've got all these positions that can use multiple numbers now. And it's going to be confusing to a student of the game.
And Tom doesn't like this?
No, because
he's been in the game a long time. It makes sense, just like the same reason I don't like it. Because you have a way of identifying players. Now you don't.
Good luck trying to block the right people now. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, 4 exclamation mark.
If I said 32, what does that tell you? What kind of player is that?
Running back or a DB?
Yeah. Usually a running back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something in the 30s. If I said lower numbers, first 1 through, 20.
Quarterback.
Yeah. Now quarterbacks could be what? 98?
It could be a line.
And if I said 90s, you're going to think lineman.
Quarterbacks can't do any of it. It was running backs, wide receivers, defensive ends can be 1 through 49 and 80 through 89 for the skill position players on offense. And then on defense, they can do the whole, the 1 through 49 for defensive backs on that.
So what's your complaint with Tom Brady?
It seems a bit bitchy.
Why? I mean, he should be able to bitch. He's got 7 rings. He's the GOAT. He's been in the game longer than most people that are playing it, and longer than a lot of coaches that have been coaching. I mean, for God's sake,
what was he taught in New England?
Why can't he have say?
What was he taught in New England for so many years? Just go out there and do your job. Yeah. That's their motto in New England.
Stay focused.
Yeah, just do your job.
Do
your job, and everything else will fall into line.
Yeah.
Now, if you're worrying about, that DB's got the number 16. I didn't know. I thought it was a quarterback that was coming after. No, come on, dude. You know.
I've never played quarterback.
You should know the positions well enough to know when it's a defensive back that is going up to pick your ball.
The thing is, I've never played quarterback, but I've never thought that he's looking for a number to throw to. He's looking for the route. He knows exactly where he's supposed to throw the ball on every play he calls.
Clearly.
So he knows if it's going to be in the middle of the field, if it's going to be on the sidelines to the right or the left side hash mark. He knows where he's going because that's how they train quarterbacks, right? To follow the playbook. Mm-hmm. You're throwing to an area. You're not throwing to a person. Yes, you're looking for that person. And
at that level, yes.
But at that point, I would imagine that you're not looking for 80. Oh, it's 16 or 80. Oh, you're 16 this week? Oh, crap, then I'm sacked. So I don't understand why he cares about this. I don't either. The only reason I care about it is because that's how I watch the game, and I know people that do play-by-play, and that's how they watch the game. You know, when you see...
He says it's going to make for a lot of bad football. I'm thinking he has some kind of competitive edge, like he did when he was taking air out of footballs, that he has some kind of competitive edge. And I say that snarky. Don't get on my ass.
Oh, you're fine. No. Who cares? It's true.
Cheater. It's not
cheater.
True.
He's a cheater.
It's not true.
He's a cheater.
That he has some kind of competitive edge in his mind by looking at somebody's number grouping and knowing what position they play. And he's trained himself to that for all these years. But
see, this is a very selfish thing.
Yeah.
It says nothing about
this.
This
is going to be for a lot of bad football on his behalf.
So you're saying he's a very selfish person.
He might make that
doesn't
mistake.
Seem selfish. You're calling a guy selfish that doesn't look very selfish on TV.
And he's not, well, he seems a bit bitchy, though. And that's what my
passion.
That's what my first claim.
You're confusing bitchy for passion.
Like when he's yelling at his teammates on the sideline.
That's passion.
That is.
That's what he'll tell you.
What are you doing wearing the number 32?
See, I'm like Tom Brady.
I guarantee you in Tampa Bay.
I'm very passionate. I bitch at you all the time.
In Tampa Bay.
You're more like.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Tom Brady are very much alike.
You're more like, I don't know who you're like. I don't know any quarterbacks that don't yell at their. I might even be more like Phillip Rivers. I might even take it an extra step.
Like you guys, and you're traditionalists in that you want things the way that they've been done for many years because that's how you're used to it. But, you know, the game progresses and things change and you have to be able to adapt. And I think Tom is...
You're more like Tony Romo.
Well, thank you.
Just crying.
Although he wasn't that good of a player. He's a better talker, which is probably why I'm more like Tony Romo. Because he was 8-8. I mean, every year. 8-8. Tony, 8-8. 8-8 Tony. You know, that's what it is. But I mean, it's like, you know, if you have these feelings about the game, you don't ingratiate yourself to the fan base by vocalizing them and bitching about them on Twitter. Just keep it to yourself. Deal with it however you have to deal with it. Go to a therapist. Go on Gronk's boat. Do whatever you need to do to deal with it without screaming about it with 4 exclamation marks on Twitter. When 4 exclamation marks makes you sound bitchy. Congratulations, Tiptoe Tom. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Augusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, U-Cart, you stay.
All right, so this sounds pretty good. It looks pretty good. And what if I told you that Stouffer's is making a lasagna that is stuffed with macaroni and cheese in the middle?
No, thank
Take
you.
a look at that.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. My thing is, I mean, it sounds really good. Lasagna's already got cheese on it, though.
Well, it's already got noodles in it. Lasagna noodles.
But now it's got red. Couldn't you just put red meat sauce on top of macaroni and cheese, and you would have the same thing? People are very excited about this. As a matter of fact, their brand marketing manager said bringing the two together, the two of their best-selling products, is a way to express the intent of their happy-filled workplace that they have.
That sounds like a brand marketing manager.
That does, doesn't it? We work to create a recipe that will make our fans feel both happy and full.
Fans. Stouffer's doesn't have any fans.
LasangaMac.
I don't see anybody walking around in a Stouffer's t-shirt wearing a Stouffer's hat unless they work at the plant.
Well, you know what? I've always been a fan of their lasagna. I mean, you know what? I don't make lasagna.
You are the one fan.
No, a lot of people like Stouffer's lasagna. It's good. You bake it, the one you put in the oven. Yeah, it comes out just fine.
You consider yourself a fan?
Well, I don't know. I'm a fan of the lasagna. I'll be honest with you. Well, how many other frozen lasagnas are there? What's your brand? I mean, I like the Kirkland one.
Yeah, the Costco one's good.
But, I mean, Stouffer's is fine.
Although my kids won't eat the Costco one because the sausage is too spicy for their liking, which is a bummer because it's damn good lasagna.
Stop.
Oh, really? What am I supposed to do? The lasagna feeds 20 people. I have to, like.
Stop raising snowflakes. That's what I wanted to say. Come on! Hey! Step it up, kids! Things are going to get spicy in your life, and this is nothing.
I mean, the bummer about that is, like, if I like a
swallow that sausage and love it.
If I like a Stouffer's lasagna and nobody else likes a Stouffer's lasagna, at least I could go buy a manageable size of Stouffer's lasagna and cook it for myself.
Yeah, you don't have to buy the family.
Whereas the Costco, if you could make that in like a single serve, that would be nice. But they don't do that at Costco because nothing's single serve at Costco. Nothing.
Who's got the best lasagna?
In fact, you have to buy You have to buy a big-ass lasagna, but you have to buy it in a 2-pack.
Okay, so Stouffer, it's called LasangaMac, by the way, from Stouffer's. It's coming out. Look for it. You'll have mac and cheese.
I think it's underrated. There's one called Michelangelo's that's pretty good.
You're talking about frozen. I was going to... we could go to the restaurant realm.
Frozen.
Let me ask you, when you go to an Italian restaurant, to me, if I've never been there before, lasagna.
Yeah.
That's what I get, because everything is based on that lasagna. If I don't like the lasagna, we were in Mexico, and everybody said, "Oh, you got to try this place." I forget what it was called.
Can't eat Italian food in Mexico.
No, I know, right? Frechettes or frechettas.
It's like eating at a seafood restaurant in Nebraska. I just can't do it.
I know, and I laughed the whole time thinking, am I really going to eat at an Italian restaurant in Cabo San Lucas? And it was actually in San Jose. We were staying right across. But the thing was, it was right across the street from the resort. We literally could just walk across the street. We could eat and drink all we wanted and come back. Well, everybody loved theirs. I was very disappointed in the lasagna. It was not spicy enough. Your kids probably would have loved it. It was just a lot of cheese. And
do they have Olive Gardens in Mexico?
Not that I know of. They might. I don't know. Not where I go in Mexico, but
like when I went to Mexico.
They do have a Costco.
Far too long. I went for 13 days once because I was a dumb kid, and I was like, "Oh, it's only $300 more to go for an extra week."
You didn't have fun?
Oh, I had fun. It's just 13 days is a long.
It was a long time.
It's half of a month that you're in Mexico.
And you're poor and broke because you're a kid.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. So you didn't figure out that it's only $300 more to go for those 7 days, but you need money while you're there for those 7 days, and that's where it got dangerous. But we were of the mindset that, we're going to another country. Let's experience some things. Let's experience some of the local fare. And then the day after we got there, I had some of the local fare. I had a breakfast at a Mexican restaurant, and it tasted fine. It tasted good. It was excellent. And I was sick for the next 3 days, which was nice. We had added an extra week onto the trip at that point because...
Where were you at in Mexico?
Cancun.
In the 90s, right?
Yes, sir.
You might have drank...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or ate something. You just don't know.
No, but I was sick for 3 days afterwards with what you got sick of.
The beaver fever,
yeah.
Pretty much. It's the same thing.
And
you had a parasite living in your bowels.
Yes. And after that, it was nothing but American brands. TGI Fridays, Kentucky Fried Chicken,
So
McDonald's.
funny you said that because you know my buddy Andy McDonald, and when we went to Cancun in college, I don't know if you remember, we went with Blake Pengelly, the guy that played for the Cougs basketball team. He was friends with him, whatever, and some other guy. And they wanted
that was a deep name drop.
Yeah, well,
I don't
you
know
only know who that is.
I don't know who Blake Pengelly is. I've never heard of Blake Pengelly.
Blake Pengelly played for the Cougs. Yeah, he was the 3-point shooter. Okay,
I don't know Blake.
Are you playing dumb right now, or did you?
I am not.
Did you have a brain tumor?
I do not know who Blake Pengelly is.
Oh yeah, it was huge. It was like early 2000s. Blake Pengelly, like 2001. He was a freaking all-star for the Cougs.
All-star?
Pac-10 All-American.
He was a all-freshman.
Okay, whatever. But anyways, he was a great 3-point shooter. But anyways, these guys they had a room and we had a room, and they always wanted to eat Mexican. And Andy was very worried about it, and he convinced me. So all we ate at this resort was Clubhouse sandwiches.
Yeah.
And they were very, very good. But it was, it was the turkey, the lettuce, the tomato, the bacon, everything you get in a club. It was awesome. So now I have a thing. Every time I go to Mexico, I like to try to get a Clubhouse sandwich wherever I go. Because to me, I thought it was the best Clubhouse sandwich we ever ate. But it's all we ate the whole time. Because he was so worried that we were going to get sick. Anyways. We'll throw up a picture of this lasagna over on Facebook. It's called
Blake Pengelly
LasangaMac.
averaged 8 points a game his freshman year. That was his best season. I don't know if that would.
Okay, maybe I just remember it a little different.
That would jump off the page for me, the casual basketball fan for my alma mater.
I guess I remember it a little different. I might have romanticized it a little bit.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.